smart, he boxed him, and beat him in his own game plan, pretty much.
What did you rate his performance?
He got an A+. He fought beautiful, hardly got hit, fought perfect fight.
Did you expect it to be like this? Like, he really didn't get hit that much?
Yes, because Mikey's that good. Like Mikey said, people see him on the outside.
Like you were telling me.
Didn't I tell you that? Yes. Mikey's very basic. Mike throws a jab and 1-2, so everybody thinks he's not that hard. But once they're inside the ring against Mikey, it's a totally different story.
On Twitter, Earl Spence was saying that Mikey Garcia is so technical, he does everything perfect.
What was that?
Earl Spence.
It's a welterweight, right?
Earl Spence Jr.? Yeah, welterweight.
Better watch out. Mikey's going to welterweight. Just kidding.
Robert, were you surprised that the judges gave Broner 4 rounds?
The judges do whatever they want. You know, all this whole week, everything was against us. They brought us in late, an hour late. Nobody picked up Mikey. You know, Mikey asked for one credential for his best friend. Wasn't allowed to get a credential.
What?
It was everything that was against us. Mikey went in first. He was announced first. He wasn't told that was going to happen. He told whoever goes in first gets announced second. They switched everything around. Everything was against us.
You know, Mikey was so dominant in this fight. Controlled the entire 12 rounds. I mean, honestly, Broner probably won maybe just 1 round. If you give him 2, that's not you're being kind by giving him 2.
1 or 2.
And Mikey stuck to the game plan. Was that the game plan to just?
He never made mistakes, and he fought smart. You know, like Mikey says, you know, you guys still haven't seen the best out of Mikey. The better the fighters, the better he's going to perform.
Robert.
Hey, Robert, congratulations, man. That was a dominant performance.
Yes, it was.
What did you guys do to nullify Broner? I mean, because, you know, he wasn't letting his hands go. It had to be partially something that you guys did.
Mikey's a great fighter, man. Like Mikey said, you know, on the outside, when they see him, they don't see too much on Mikey. But Mikey's very smart. Mikey knows when to land. He sees every punch. He said it before. He sees how his opponents are performing just by the way they're breathing. You know, Mikey's very smart. Mikey has a talent that very few fighters in boxing have. You know, on the outside, he seems very basic, but when he's in there, it's a totally different story.
Yeah, and
Robert, when they play mind games with you guys, do you feel like
that?
You feel like they were playing mind games?
Look, I'm gonna, Mikey's not gonna speak out, but on Thursday, the day of the press conference, they had us up at 7 in the morning, which is 4 o'clock for us. He had to do radio interviews. He had to do some photographers, you know, that had nothing to do with the promotion. They kept us up until the press conference, and then they had us waiting for 1 hour outside in the street for our ride. You know, we come in, I asked, you know, who's going to be, who's walking out first? Oh, Mikey is. Okay, so that means Mike's going to be introduced second. They went and checked, they came back saying, oh no, Mike's going to be introduced first. So everything was against us. You know, Mikey was asking for 1 fucking credential for his best friend, and they wouldn't give him that 1 credential. Everybody else had credentials, man, for his best friend, 1 credential. I'm lucky, I'm really good friends with Lou DiBella. He gave me 10. Lou DiBella gave me 10, but Mikey couldn't get 1.
Is Keith Thurman the toughest guy at welterweight for Mikey Garcia?
What was that?
Keith Thurman, is he the toughest guy?
Sean Porter's tough. What was the guy?
Earl Spence Jr.?
Earl Spence is probably the best. You know, Danny Garcia is also there. There's quite a few. Everybody's tough at welterweight. They're all great fighters, man.
And you think Mikey drops down to 135 or remains at 140? What would you like for Mikey? What would you like?
135, man? You know.
I know Linares or possibly Lomachenko jumps up, but
Lomachenko, like Mikey said, if he really wanted to, he'd be at 135. Now this fight would be at 135. He's fighting a guy that just lost at the featherweight division, so he's not showing signs that he wants to move up to 135. I'm not making it up. You know what I mean? I don't know about Linares. Besides that, there's nothing else. Mikey's not going to wait or chase anybody. So more likely, I'd probably see Mikey fighting at welterweight.
Robert, when I spoke to Eddie Hearn, and he said he was Eddie Hearn. He said he would love Mikey to fight the winner of Linares versus Campbell.
See, that's awesome. When are they fighting?
September, I believe.
So then it won't be before the end of the year. Because
it'll be here in
they're fighting
back home in
September,
LA.
Mikey, we want Mikey to fight again before the end of the year. So if they're fighting September, then more likely that fight won't be till next year probably.
Robert, realistically, then, what do you have in mind? I mean, if you don't think Linares is going to happen, if you don't think...
if Linares is fighting in September, right? At the end of September, then that means he won't fight Mikey before the end of the year. Mikey wants to fight before the end of the year one more time. So if it won't be against Linares. So let's count him out. Mikey.
So who else is there? I mean,
I don't know. Exactly. So I don't know. It's up to.
Yeah, you said all the names already.
Showtime, whoever they may, whatever they offer Mikey, and our best option might be at welterweight.
So hopefully Lomachenko, if he wins.
Lomachenko's not moving up to 135. I'll tell you that.
Mikey's expectations at 140. Did Mikey exceed your expectations at 140?
Not at all. We know Mikey. We had sparring partners that were very strong, that were very talented, that were weighing 160, 165, and Mikey was able to do everything that he wanted to do with the game plan. He did in the gym, and now in the fight was the easy part.
You mind saying any of the sparring